Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're taking a look at another Black Series 6-inch figure. This one comes to us from the Gaming Great subline of the Black Series, and in particular the video game Star Wars Republic Commando. This is of course RC-1138, also known as Boss, and this, in my opinion, is a really nice figure. I understand that there have been some conflicting feelings towards this one, in the sense that everyone is really happy that the Republic Commandos are coming to the Black Series, but at the same time Hasbro's reliance on recycled and repainted parts has rubbed some people up the wrong way, and I can understand why that would be. Personally, I feel a little bit conflicted liking this figure so much, because it goes against everything that I've criticised Hasbro for in recent months. Like I said, for the most part it is a repaint, it does bring some new parts to the table, but it is essentially quite a lazy release. However, in my opinion, I feel it's quite an effective one. This particular figure relies on the body of Hunter from the Bad Batch as its sort of main aspect, and a lot of people have criticised the inaccuracies between the Bad Batch armour and the Republic Commando armour. For me personally, I haven't noticed those inaccuracies and those differences right off the bat, so I can't criticise this figure too much. Like I said, I understand people's frustration, but for me, I'd much rather have this character in the Black Series in this particular form than not have him at all. So I'm all about this one. Again, I feel awful because I'm going against everything that I've criticised Hasbro for, but it's an effective figure in my opinion, and I'm very happy to have it in the collection. So without further ado, let's jump into the review itself, and as always we'll kick things off by taking a look at the packaging this guy comes in. We do of course get just standard Black Series packaging for this figure with some minor tweaks. Obviously, being a part of the Gaming Greats line, you've got that foil sticker on the front of the box, which looks really nice. I do like the Gaming Greats packaging, I think it really stands out. I love the colour scheme. Obviously you've got that trim around the edge of the box that indicates this character is from Republic Commando, and that colour does bleed into the spine of the box, where you've got this really nice artwork of Boss himself. You've got Geonosis there in the background, and overall that looks really nice. On the back of the box, this is number 7 in the Gaming Greats line, at least in this new packaging. You've got the Republic Commando logo there, an image of Boss once again, and a brief description, not of the character but of the game, which is nice to see. So pretty standard stuff, nothing too exciting, but the figure itself is very cool. So let's take a look. So here we have RC-1138, and once again I'm really happy with this figure. Like I said at the beginning of the review, I couldn't tell you the inaccuracies that this figure has in relation to its on-screen counterpart, so for me personally it's not a major issue that this figure is predominantly a repaint. The armour of Hunter in the Bad Batch is obviously very similar to Boss and the other Republic Commandos, hence why Hasbro have recycled it for this figure. But it's a repaint that makes sense in my opinion. Yeah, he's a little bit skinny, he's not quite as bulky as the Republic Commandos appear in the game, but like I said, this one is a repaint that makes sense. It is quite a lazy effort. Obviously would have loved to have seen a brand new sculpted Republic Commando mould for the Black Series, but it is what it is, and like I said at the start of the review, I'd much rather have Boss in the line having used a repainted body than not have him in the line at all, which I dare say if the Bad Batch figures didn't exist, we probably wouldn't get this figure. But for the most part, he is very good. Inaccuracies aside, I love the paint job on this one. The other Republic Commandos that have been released and are currently exclusive to Zave here in the UK, that is Sev and Fixer, their paint applications are a little bit meh, leave a little bit to be desired, but Boss looks really cool. I love these orange flashes on the armour. They're really nice and vibrant and they really stand out. He's got some nice weathering in places as well. Could have done with a little bit more, as we all know the Republic Commandos get a little bit grimy on the battlefields of Geonosis, but it's still nice to see a little bit of battle damage at least. And the blue visors of the Republic Commando helmets is something that I've always loved. So all in all, I really like this one. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. Articulation wise, he's packed to the brim, and his accessories are really nice as well. So we'll touch base on those first. Of course, he does come with a backpack, which is quite simple in its design, But you've got some really nice sculpted details. You've got these dings and scratches and bits of battle damage on there, which is always nice to see. And of course those orange flashes as well. The backpack can be removed, and obviously we'll see this modified for other Republic Commandos in the line. Hopefully it's not too far away that we're going to see Scorch. He's the final Republic Commando that we're waiting on to round out the group. Again, paint applications absolutely top notch. He does come with a blaster as well, which I think is pretty accurate to the one he uses in the game. To be honest with you, I haven't played Republic Commando all that much, so I'm not particularly familiar with their arsenal. I'm pretty sure that this is the same blaster that was included with Hunter from the Bad Batch, so in that respect, you know, it works. If it's similar, at least, to the weapon used by Boss. Probably could have done with being a little bit larger. I think the guns are a little bit bulkier and a little bit bigger in the game, but again, not a major problem for me personally. And that's it in terms of accessories. He's a little bit on the light side, but not a problem. The sculpt on the helmet is really good. I really like that. That looks fantastic. Got all the appropriate grooves and details. Again, the paint application is really nice and crisp on this one, which I really like. You've got some metallic aspects there, as you can see on the back. Really cool. Again, the rest of the armour is painted really well. You've got those orange flashes, you've got some battle damage on those, as you can see. There's also some wear and tear on the white parts of his armour as well. And yeah, for the most part, he just looks really cool. I'm very happy to have this figure. So in terms of articulation, obviously he has the same articulation as Hunter from the Bad Batch, so if you have that figure, you already know what to expect from this one. We have a ball joint at the head. No Oh no, I'm wrong. He does have a ball joint in the base of the skull and in the bottom of the neck, which I wasn't actually expecting. So you do get some nice range of movement there. There's no removable helmet, of course, but again, that's not a major issue. Don't think we ever see the Republic Commandos remove their helmets in the game, so not something that we need. He does feature hinges and butterfly joints at the shoulders. The shoulder plates are attached to the chest, so they do move sort of independently of the arms, so there's no hindrance of articulation there, which is always good. Hinges at the elbows and wrists as well. We have a ball joint at the torso. We have hinges and a swivel cut at the upper thigh and the hip. There's a hinge at the knee and a hinge and a rocker at the ankle. So really nice articulation. You can get this figure in some really cool poses. He does hold the blaster with both hands really well. And yeah, all in all, a very aesthetically pleasing figure. The only issue that I've got with this figure being a repaint is the fact that you've got the slot on the gauntlet there where Hunter's knife sheath would have sat on the original figure. That could have been modified slightly, I believe, but again, not a major problem by any means. I'm very impressed with this figure, and for what he is, I can't recommend him enough. Really cool, and I'm looking forward to picking up the rest of the Republic Commando group to complete that display in the collection. Like I said, 7 Fixer leave a little bit to be desired in terms of their paint applications, I feel. They definitely could have done with a little bit more weathering. And I can't remember whether it's 7 or Fixer that have slightly inaccurate paint applications as well as inaccurate armour. So I can understand the frustrations towards those figures, and like I said, I'll probably pick those up on discount, as currently they're exclusive to Zave, and they're trying to charge about £30 each for them, which is insane when this figure was only about 25, I think. So yeah, I don't really quite understand Hasbro's current justification for prices at the moment, but it is what it is. And again, hopefully we see the reveal of Scorch soon as well. He's the last remaining Republic Commando that we need for the group. So in conclusion, this is definitely a figure that I would recommend picking up. If you can overlook the inaccuracies in the armour, if you can overlook the fact that it is, for the most part, a repainted figure, then you're really going to enjoy this one. And again, I'm so excited that the Republic Commandos are finally making their way into the Black Series. Hopefully we see them make their way onto vintage cards as well. I think they'd look really, really cool as part of the 3 3/4 inch vintage collection. We have obviously seen 3 3/4 inch RCs before, but on vintage cards I think they'd be an instant winner with a lot of fans. So yeah, definitely a really nice figure, highly recommended for the most part, and I think, like I said, if you can accept it for what it is, then it's a figure that you'll have a lot of fun with. So that's going to do it for this review. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back with some more very, very soon. So until then, as always, keep collecting and may the Force be with you.